inform, preserve the assets, properties that were entrusted to him. Yeah.
Yes, you had just mentioned that it's the court identified institutions. Of course, it was with your suggestion, your ministry's suggestion, that the court identified the institutions.
Yeah.
Your ministry is the one that suggested it to the court, and the court adopted your suggestion.
That's right.
Yes. So the responsibility of what these institutions were to do should have emanated from your office.
But that's why we had the meeting, so that they would be informed about the court order and what they were supposed to do. We don't have the expertise. We just convey the order,
yes,
that they had to take custody and control of these assets, and how best to do that would be left to them.
Yes. Again, what I'm trying to reconcile is the ministry made a decision that we would get Gilmer involved, we will get the department responsible for wildlife involved, because they probably have the prerequisite skills or know-how to take care of these assets. And once the order was obtained, that information was not relayed to these two institutions.
Well, we haven't established that yet, so long as your hearings are continuing, because I don't know what
as of today.
As of now, yes.
As of now,
good you qualify.
Yes. As of now, nothing was communicated to Gilmer or wildlife. So I'm tempted to say that your ministry, in fact, failed to transmit notices of this order to the respective institutions concerned.
If we did not write to the respective ministries and they were not called to attend this meeting that we are referring to, then we would have failed in our responsibility to inform them. Absolutely.
All right, Mr. Tambadou, unless any contrary evidence is laid before this committee, the position this committee is taking, and the position from the records, is that no such communication was given. Also, not just from the records, but from evidence given on record by those two institutions, they did not receive any correspondence from their line ministry or the MOJ as regards to the order. Now, I feel as if I am duty-bound to tell you that Gilmer, in their submission to the committee, did mention that after a while, when they were inactive, they did get a correspondence from the Ministry of Agriculture asking them to take control.
When did they get that correspondence?
Sometime in June.
When in June?
Well, I am not in a position to say.
Can I have a look at that? Is that the communication you have?
No.
Okay.
It is not. Perhaps tomorrow you could have a look at it.
So you're saying that Gilmer has accepted that they were informed by their line ministry of this court order in June?
Yes.
The court order was granted on the 22nd of May.
Yes.
In the last week of May.
Yes.
And you think that's abnormal, unusual for correspondence to emanate from the ministry to Minister of Agriculture and from Minister of Agriculture to Gilmer in that period?
Certainly not, Mr. Tambadou. I do not think it's strange. However, from your own testimony, there was expediency at the time. There was need for urgency. There was pressure. So my assumption is that even though it is government's modus operandi to have bureaucracy cloud or clot rather correspondences from flowing effectively, these were not ordinary times. As you yourself mentioned, there was need for speed, there was pressure. So I would imagine that the Ministry of Justice would act in that spirit. Since there was pressure, they would act with
And-
need for speed.
And the Registrar General, when he came here, said he didn't call Gilmer and the others to a meeting at the ministry soon after the order.
The Registrar General, I don't believe he even gave us a proper account of that meeting.
Yeah, I'm saying, did he confirm that he did not call?
He could not remember much. He
He
confirmed
could not
that-
remember that.
Yes. He confirmed that he did not call.
He confirmed that he did not call,
Yes.
and that no one called Gilmer and the others.
Indeed. Well, for Gilmer, he maintains that they were in the meeting. He
Also-
maintains that they were in the meeting.
Also, the Registrar General did say Gilmer was in the meeting.
Yes, but
How-
after saying that, he did say that he was not sure. In fact, he was not sure who chaired the meeting. So the committee is skeptical to take his account of who was present in the meeting. I'm sure you can appreciate that. Because if I attended a meeting, the easiest thing to remember is who the chair was and who the secretary was.
Council, I will be very surprised if there was no phone call to Gilmer or Wildlife to attend a meeting at the ministry, because that would have been my instructions to reach out to them immediately, even if we were to follow it up with a letter. And you're absolutely right. In those days, in this particular instance, time was of the essence, and we would have reached out to them. And if we did not, then it means someone didn't do their job. That's what I would say.
I would agree with you that indeed someone did not do their job. But of course, unfortunately for us, the buck, when it concerns the assembly, stops at the minister, because it is the minister that is responsible to the assembly and by extension the people. And that's why we are putting it to you that
The minister takes political responsibility for institutional failings. That should not be confused with individual or personal responsibility.
of course not. I would not assume or suggest that.
And it's something that we will come back to subsequently, I'm sure, but it's something that we are yet to grow into as a democracy in this country. They always confuse political responsibility from individual or personal responsibility. But like I said, I am not one to run away from responsibility. I have, I think, demonstrated that over and over and over as Attorney General. And so where there are